Hello, teacher. Today I'm gonna defend our assignment 4 from our course Artificial Intelligence. Okay, let's start it. Also, what is it was about? So assignment 4, we had the two tasks. So first of one was a NIM. So we have to create a, like AI, which gonna learn by himself. And the second task was about student behavior analysis using machine learning. So like we're gonna create some data set, and the AI gonna learn by the data set, and gonna see like how I mean, are we gonna fail our course or we're gonna pass it? So let's start it. So let me start with my first task. So it's a NIM. There are two classes like play and the NIM file, like both of them Python files, and we had to modify the NIM Python file. So what was about what was the tasks about? So we're gonna building AI to play the game of the NIM. So it's a strategy game, like where there are several piles. So what is pile? Pile is a like in Russian we call kucha, the group, for example, and inside of the pile there is a in our case will be a numbers. So in numbers, by numbers, we're gonna teach the AI like there will be like two players, and they're gonna turn removing objects, like they're gonna turn removing objects, and whoever will be the last one, they're gonna lose. They're gonna lose the game. So the main goal of this task is to teach the AI to play NIM by himself. It means without hard coding any rules. So we do this by using reinforcement learning. So specifically a Q learning. So it means that it's using teaching AI by experience, like giving the some inputs. So AI plays many games against itself and gradually learns which moves are good and which moves are bad. So let's think like the NIM, you teaching him, you giving a knowledge somehow, and something like that. So is the AI keeps a record of all states and actions in dictionary called key values. So key values is said, for example, will be like data set in our case, we're gonna put the inputs there. So a state is a current configuration in all the pills. For example, there are one pills, for example, that are inside will be 1, 3, 5, 7. It, the numbers. An action is taking some number, like taking, and the objects from one pills, for example, 2, 3, means remove three objects from the pile. Each state action has a reward associated with it. Like, for example, +1 if the action leads to the AI winning, -1 leads to the AI losing, or 0 is ongoing. Like, for example, it will be draw, or the game will be like still continuing. So, for example, let's check that in our class name we're gonna see that some definitions and some methods like available actions. We're gonna check that is the actions like number is available there and something like that. Other player we want to have to, for example, after the turn my turn, yeah, I should take a move like take a switch, and he have to move by himself. Nim AI class gonna predict like gonna take learn by himself by using experience like get a Q value like I already said like reinforcement knowledge and something like that, and we have to update like how many values there is inside the pills and something like that. Okay, first of all, let's run it first. Oh, okay. We're gonna check here, and yeah, it was done. We're gonna see that piles like pile 0, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 5, 3, 7. AI's turn. AI choose to take one from pile three. From pile three, yeah. Uh, he chooses something like that. For example, we're gonna give 1 and 2, and choose pile 1 and choose count 2, and we're gonna play like that. So AI gonna learn by himself, something like that. And let's check the last class, the training himself, like give a number, like give a out input. So AI will learn by himself to play this game and something like that. And the play class interact with this play class, so it's gonna show like the hours mini bar. And that's, yeah, it was about the AI which learning the game by itself by using experience and some knowledge. So second task was about the student, for example. um okay, like let me explain by doing the code. So we have to import here our imported cons like the pandas, everything like it was this one, sorry, it was this one actually. So I imported all necessary libraries like pandas. I used that dataset for matplotlib for visualization, and sklearn provides machine learning. So for machine learning, it's about the machine learning most aboutly, and we use a sklearn library for in our case, and KNN linear regression and k-means. So I created a CSV file. Let me show you. It's used a lot of like columns and rows, like study per hour, per day, sleep hours, phone usage hours, attendance percentage, assignment complication, stress level, social activity hours, pass grade, final result, or in the final score. Okay, let's continue. So I created that data set and I ran it. As you're gonna see here, it was everything is successfully. Okay, let's run it. Let's continue. And the second part was about the KNN with neighbors. So I separated the features like the input data, final result and final score, and the target variable. The goal is to predict whether the student will pass or fail. Then I split the dataset into training, the testing sets, where 80% is used for training and 20 for testing. Second one is the KNN model. KNN model, nearest neighbor with the K3. This means the model will look at the three closest students and decide the result based on them. I choose the tree because it provides a balance between accuracy and stability. The second one, we have the test one. After training, I test the model using unseen data. The accuracy shows that how well the predicts are either failed, or pass, And show neighbors, yeah, I selected the one testing student and found it's the three nearest neighbors. This helps us to understand how the model makes the decision by comparing similar students. And next, the part three was about linear regression. So in this part, I used linear regression to predict the final score ends of the student. The model learns of the relationship between features and exam score. Next one was coefficients. Coefficient like the coefficients show how the future affect the final score. The higher value means that a stronger the impact. The next one is evaluate model, as I use the mean squared error, MCA, to evaluate the model. A lower means better the prediction is accuracy. So the next one is simulation. I simulated what happened if a student studies 2 more hours, like in from our data, and the result shows that increasing study time improves the predicted score. And last one was the Keyman clustering. I used Keyman's clustering to group students into three clusters. These clusters represent the different types of student behavior. And the last one was about the visualization. I visualized the clusters using scatter plot. This helps to clarify that how many students are grouped based on their performance. For example, in my case, if you're gonna study more hours, the score will be more, like more study, more score. A low study, less study, a lower score, and something like that. And in this task, I applied three machine learning algorithms to analyze student behavior. Keenan was used for classification, linear regression for prediction, and key means for clustering. The results show that study habits and attendance strongly affect academic performance. I think it's also affecting for us, like, for example, social media. So this is my CSV file, and this is my task 2, IP and B. So it was about assignment 4 teacher, and yeah, that's all. So I hope I'll see you on the class. So have a good day.